New York, Michigan, ME. I'm not quite sure where that is, but wow, it's beautiful to have you all here. And as I said, we've got Connecticut, North Carolina, Massachusetts, Maine. So you're all super, super welcome, and it gives me great pleasure and to share the the information about our special guest who's in our leading the meditation for today. I had the pleasure with Sue, along with Sue Cooper, to meet Khedrupchen Rinpoche when we were at the Science and Consciousness Conference in the UK towards the end of last year. And, we invited him in and he said yes. So just to share a little bit about Khedrupchen Rinpoche, who's coming to us live from Bhutan, and he's the fifth incarnation of his lineage. He was born in the 90s in Eastern Bhutan, and he's been traveling around the world teaching and collaborating with scholars, with practitioners in universities, in institutes, and his approach really is to innovate new skillful means of teaching Buddha Dharma. He wants to really I suppose, share it in a modern context and to continue the lineages of Buddhism for future generations. So I'm going to spotlight Khedrupchen Rinpoche now. His title is Monla Khedrup Rinpoche, and you can read more about him on the feast website in his bio. I'm going to add him as a spotlight now. So we're so grateful to have you here, and just letting everybody know that it's way past midnight in your part of the world. It's 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the evening where I am, and I know it's 11 a.m. in Pacific, so we're crossing all the different time zones. I'm going to let you further introduce yourself and give a bit more information. I know the practice that you're going to share with us today is a practice in mindfulness, and I suppose it's an awareness practice. So absolutely grateful from all of us at the feast that you've joined us this evening. Thank you so much. And I'll hand it all over to you.
Hello, everyone. And I'm so happy to be part of this, the Feast of the Soul and Feast for the Soul. And I hope today my internet can support me because I'm living in a mountain, in one of my monasteries, and the internet reception here is pretty bad. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this can support me and I can complete 45 minutes sharing um, some ideas about mindfulness and awareness. Beautiful introduction. And I don't think that I need to make myself an introduction here anymore because you have done it very beautifully, briefly, but all of those things that you need to say about me has been just present in the introduction. So thank you so much. And I was very delighted to get this opportunity to connect to all of you globally. Like there are more than, I think, 84 people here online, and I think there must be many people joining us on the live on Facebook, and maybe like this. Well, this will be also recorded, and maybe like it will be streamed in like YouTube, since this short period of like sharings might help. About what is, I'm sure the Westerners are much more advanced than many of us here actually. And in West, like you have so many different techniques of meditation. Some of you have maybe like might have done this meditations through technologies, and some might have done through psychedelic, and so on and so forth. So many others. But in the eastern side, like in Bhutan, for example, we just are very kind of like we are just only known for those like traditional meditations. So but when you talk about the meditations, meditation is a technique that brings our mind back home, which is to your body. And looks like today's topic actually, meditation suits very well with this platform, Feast for the Soul, right? And it is actually a beautiful feast. Meditation is beautiful feast for the soul and your body, which is very, very important. And so mindfulness and awareness meditation is the fundamental meditation. It's a foundation of all the meditations. Without mindfulness and awarenesses, we could say that you might be meditating, sitting on a cushion, closing your eyes and keeping yourself silent. But, if there is no mindfulness and awarenesses, I think you can pretty well say that we are not meditating. Our mind is already distracted, right? So the most important part, again, one another thing about the meditations, when you talk about meditations, it doesn't mean that you're completely silent from all of those thoughts, and you're not supposed to and block all of your thoughts. It's not like that. Meditation means, so mindfulness is one technique that brings your mind in one attentions and concentrate on certain levels and certain points of your mind, and you have to concentrate on one point. And awareness is something that recognizes all of that, the concentrations that you put into it, which is very, very important. So, so as I said earlier, you might have done so many different meditations, but today, it's a very simple, I think with this meditation, we can normally do while we're drinking a coffee at the same time when you are maybe inside the toilet, or maybe you're inside the bathtub. You can do this meditation, and it is very meaningful. And you really understand the true, our mind at the very present moment is always distracted. Sometimes it has been distracted by our emotions. Sometimes we are distracted by external factors like sounds and all those appearances whatsoever that comes in front of us. So we have never got an opportunity to really know the true nature of our mind. So meditation is supposed to really reflect on this true nature of the mind, which is very, very important. So, so one of the I think most common thing that is done in this, especially like now in the tradition, is can you observe the awareness is sometimes a way, or very neutral way of hanging around with a different kind of all those aspects and concepts and so on and so forth. Instead of doing that things, we just directly go inside this one path and just observe your mind directly, So sometimes we call this awareness meditation, okay? So yeah, okay, this is, so what we will do is that during this meditation, first whatever, make yourself comfortable. You sit somewhere where you are sitting at right now, and straight your back and fold your palms together, and have all those meditation postures that normally you do. And then the first thing about this meditation is that, relax your breaths, which is very much important. Like, I think breathing meditation is very common nowadays. Like, everyone must be knowing that things. And then after that, the most important thing is that, watching yourself, scanning each part of your body. First you scan your body, know yourself very well, and, like with full of love and like, loving and kindness and compassion towards yourself, scanning each part of your body. And the most important is that, number one. The number two is that that reflect on this, like the one who is scanning your body, and then they reflect on that mind that is reflecting on yourself again. Then again switching in again and scanning your body, and again, like, scanning the one who is scanning, right? And then scanning the mind again, especially like the one, when you talk about scanning the mind, and you're scanning the one who is scanning, actually. All right. So you're watching the awareness from the awareness level, right? At the same time, you're not getting distracted, which is very mindful again. So when you're scanning your body, you're mindfully scanning your body. When you're scanning the one who is scanning, then you're actually mindfully scanning the one who is scanning. Is it clear? Right? So it's very simple. So you do not need to get kind of like panic. The most important part is that to remember these instructions, like in scanning yourself, all the body, and in scanning the one who is scanning, which is like, directly observing your mind, right? And then at the same time, to remind you is that it's very important to free yourself from all those concepts of like, oh, I should do this, or I shouldn't do these things, all those sorts of things. Like, whatever that, if there is any distractions in the middle of like scanning your body, scanning this, the one who is scanning, all those, so when you're distracted, to not let your mind kind of like judge that, oh, I'm not supposed to do this thing, to not do these things. Just simply be aware that, okay, I'm getting distracted. And immediately just come back and just get back to the same work again. And at the same time, relax yourself. That's very important. The most important part while you're meditating is freeing yourself from all those concepts. At the same time, relaxing your mind, feeling very free, right? You understand? Okay. So in the Tibetan, what we call this lo de gu yang. Lo de means freeing yourself from all of those, how to say, like, concepts, and or like to free your mind from the concepts. And gu yang means relax the feeling, being very free. Understand? So this is the technique. Okay. So we'll get into this meditation now. So I'm not going to guide in the middle, like, and if like 4 or 5 minutes, like we'll just do by ourselves. And then in the middle, like, we will just have a little bit of break, and then we will do one another round. Understood? Right? Okay, so make yourself comfortable. Those who are sitting on the cushions, sit comfortable, straight your back, cross your leg, and just simply relax your breath first. If you want to close your eyes, you can close your eyes. Those who want to just do the meditation without closing eyes and open eyes, you can still do that. Just do as you're convenient. Begin scanning your body from the top of your head. And can gently, slowly scan your body, know your body, love your body, care your body with all this loving kindness and compassion. Scan your body gently. Just gently observe each part of your body. Just on the one. And now you can just completely focus on the mind, simply focus on the mind itself. So during this time, the scanning your mind, you can just simply scan the one who was scanning your body, scanning the sensations, and now simply scan the one who was scanning everything. Just directly look into this mind who scans the body and everything, almost as if that you are looking through the mirror. You can switch to scanning your body again. The top of your body, like especially from your head till your toes. You can gently scan. Mindfully scan your body. At the same time, be aware that you're scanning this body. Now, scan the sensations that scans your body. And now you can just simply, let's send the word, the same word to use, to scan your mind. Just simply be aware of the mind. Or just watch your mind, almost like you're looking through the mirror. Enjoy that. Relax yourself, just simply watching the mind. Or just being inside the mind, just being the mind. Relax yourself. Free yourself from all those concepts. If you're getting distracted, just simply, that's okay. But do not go after those distractions. Simply be aware of that, the mind. Okay, suppose you're closing your eyes, gently open your eyes. Relax your breath. and bring the end to your meditation. Okay, so at this very moment, like, when you are simply observing your mind, so you're not letting your mind go to the past, or neither like your mind is chasing the future, because this past and the future is just simply a distraction. So when you talk about the awarenesses, you're talking about the very present moment of mind. You know what? It's just simply the very present moment of life. So in the Tibetan word, we also call the Rigpa. The Rigpa means that the very present mind itself, that it's all free from all those kind of concepts and perceptions. You know what? It is totally free from all those things. And that very present moment of the life is, like how it's said, like it's very pristine. It is just it is uncontrived, it is unconditional, or it's very neutral. You know what? It does not have all those thoughts and everything else. It's just simply very almost like it is almost very radiated, this very present moment of life. So that is in the Tibetan word we call it Rigpa. So observing the Rigpa is also like, it's one of the ways to understand the true nature of the mind, which is free from all those conceptuals and perceptions. Understand? So when you observe and scan your body, like you're just simply being mindful. When you're scanning your sensations, that scans your body, and you're actually being mindfulness. You're being mindful and be aware of all this, everything else. And it's this very moment, like when you straight away look into this, the mind itself, you're observing that, how to say, like uncontract nature, or like the pure consciousness that you have, actually, that is inherent nature of every human being, so every living beings. You know what? So that is very, very important. So when you just simply be aware of that awarenesses, you're observing the awarenesses. Understand? So that is not distracted from the past and the future, and without depending on any kind of conditions. That is unconditional. We're just simply watching through that. So maybe let's do it again one more time. Okay. And maybe like minutes, Susie? Or 40 minutes or 45 minutes? Is it 40 minutes? 45 minutes, right?
Yeah. We can stop the recording now.
Okay.